Good morning and welcome to day one of the Becoming Superwoman challenge. It is Sunday and I did a little progress pic video, which I will do every Sunday. And basically, to introduce this challenge, I should probably start with that. It's a challenge just for myself, rather than to be in an online group challenge or something like that. I'm actually just doing my own little challenge for myself and documenting it through videos, and I'm going to call it Becoming Superwoman Challenge. So I spent a lot of time just focusing on aesthetics, so focusing on just, the overall look, and although I got some functional fitness out of it, I want to really focus on becoming really strong, really functionally fit, meaning that, I can go out and sprint and run stairs, and I'm working all of those little fine muscles. I'm not just working the muscles that you see, right? I'm not just looking for biceps, but I'm looking for, can I do a pull-up? Which I still cannot do, even though I'm super strong, I think. But so I'm going to be working on my pull-ups. I'm going to be working on some handstands. And again, just working on more functionally fit movements so that... That's my kids are here. Hi. So, this is the beginning of the challenge. This is, it's October 8th, 2017, but not that really matters. It's going to be 12 weeks, starting on this Sunday, and I'm going to show you my meals on Sunday, and that'll be basically what I'm eating throughout the week, with maybe minor tweaks. So, meal number one is some egg whites, 2 whole eggs, oatmeal, maple syrup, salt, pepper, lots of cinnamon, and I'm gonna go jam on this and have a little more coffee and get ready for my day, which is a lot of food prep and laundry and all those fun mom things, as my kids probably drive me nuts most of the day, probably. So here's my first check-in. I'm about 10 pounds up from the end of the competition and still haven't gotten my period. I'm about 58 days since the beginning of my last cycle. I'm definitely holding on to some weight around my abdominals, and I'm not too worried about it. I'm eating kind of what I feel like eating right now until I can get my hormones back on track. But overall, still feeling pretty good. And my measurements aren't up that much, but I'm hoping to get back on track and feel a little less fluffy soon. Oh, it's a Monday. So, my Monday started off by me not hearing my alarm because my ringer was way down for some reason. I don't know, it just decided to not be controlled by my volume buttons anymore. Probably the new ISO that I just installed. Woke up to my husband's alarm an hour later. So I'm usually up by 4, out of the house by 4:40, 4:45, and to the gym by about 5. So I'm waking up when I'm really supposed to be at the gym. And then I proceeded to get to work without my food that I had all packed and out on my countertop. So 2 things happened today that could have derailed my plan. So instead, I still made it to the gym. I worked a little bit quicker than I normally would have, and I just skipped my cardio, which is fine because my knee's kind of bothering me. And I was planning on trying to do it when I got home, but then I had to stay at work later. So I'm not sure if I'm going to actually get that in tonight. Plus, I'm getting my monthly friend, so that's okay if I just take a break from that tonight. And I actually drove home and got my food, because thankfully I don't live that far. But these 2 things could have totally derailed me. I could have skipped the gym because I said, well, screw it. I woke up too late and I'm not going to get a good workout in or whatever. I said, no, I'm still going to get there. So I just hustled and I got out the door. And then as far as the food goes, I really didn't have an option because the cafeteria at my school is closed. It was just a professional development day, so there were no kids. But I could have easily said, I'll just run out to lunch with everybody else, or I'll just eat crap from the vending machine. But I didn't, and I just, waited a lot longer than I would have normally for my next meal, drove home, got my stuff, and manged on that. But I say all this to tell you that even when the Mondays happen, right, even when, things seem to get derailed, think on your feet. Try to flip the situation. It doesn't have to be perfect, so you're not going to get to the gym for the hour that you wanted to go. So you go for, the 20 minutes or the 30 minutes. It's better than nothing. You forgot your food. Maybe you go out and grab, something healthy, or if you can go back and grab your food. So, always just think on your feet and try not to let that setback just be your excuse to why you just go totally off the rails, which is something, again, I used to do all the time. So, again, don't use it as an excuse to go off a plan or off of what you set out to do for the day. Use it as an excuse to think on your feet and come up with a really good alternative. So, have a good Monday. So here we go with some of the workout from this week. I'm definitely trying to work on my squats. I always kind of shied away from them. They just make me feel really tired. I feel like my form is not that great, but I've been working on my form and really hoping to increase my weight correctly. As you see, I'm looking up. That was a hint that somebody gave me to keep my back more straight. So I'm kind of looking up to the corner of the wall here and pushing my knees out to the side like I'm trying to rip a piece of paper that's between my feet. That was a hint from my brother-in-law. Thank you, Pete. And here we go with a little calf work. So I've definitely done some major improvements to my calves. They just were like amorphous blobs, and I'm starting to get more of a teardrop shape, and there's definition, which is just really makes your legs look nice. But with calves, you really got to train high volume, low volume, high weight. Mix it up a bit because your calves carry you around all day long. So you'll notice here I kind of do little pulses, or I'll do more full range, and I vary it up and really push them a little bit. All right, here's a Russian split squat. This is great for the legs, glutes, hams, quads. I feel it kind of everywhere. They're hard as hell. They really burn after a while. So you could do them without weights and you will still feel this. Just watch that front toe. Don't let it go over, that front knee. Don't let it go over your front toe. You always want to have that 90-degree angle. So maybe you need to step wider and have a wider stance. Or you can also push back and make that back knee a bit more bent. Good evening. It is Wednesday of week 1 of becoming Superwoman. And I wanted to talk a little bit about not feeling it. So a little bit of background. I had said before I came off of, my hair is so crazy. I look the way I feel right now. I'm just coming off a very intense 12-week cut for the Oxygen Cover Challenge. And it was very intense. I really pushed myself to my utmost limits with diet and training, so much so that my period actually didn't come this month. And I'm feeling a bit crazy because of that. So I keep feeling like I'm gonna get it. I have this like distended, kind of bloated, the feeling when you're waiting on your period to come and then you feel the relief when you finally get it. Well, I've been stuck in this distended, bloated, crazy, want to eat everything mode for, at least a week, if not more. And I have been allowing myself to eat basically anything I want, which is kind of hurting my digestion. And, I'm definitely seeing changes in my body kind of going back. So it's hard because I don't want to lose everything that I've worked so hard for, but I also believe strongly in having a healthy body, both inside and out. So it's not just about aesthetics by any means. I'd much rather be healthy and feel good than look good and not be healthy and not feel good. So, but it's just a little rough right now. The fall's starting, the colder weather's coming, the days are getting shorter, school's in full swing. Kids are crazy, both my school kids and my biological kids. And, and this whole hormonal imbalance that I'm obviously going through right now because I don't have my period, is all taking a toll. So I go to the gym and I'm feeling kind of fat, kind of out of shape. Even my workouts seem a little pushed. I have to really, push myself to be there. I'm working out in the morning versus all summer long I was working out later on in the day for the most part. Well, sometimes I work out during the day too, but it was a little bit later in the day, so I had at least a couple meals in me, versus now I'm just shooting a shake and a half a banana down before I go to the gym. So there's just a lot of factors that have changed. And I don't have that giant goal of, the cover. So, I've made my own goal, which is always a little harder than a kind of an external goal, having your internal goal. So there's a lot of different things going on. But I wanted to share this because I know that I'm not alone. I know that, that's what a lot of people go through, is the feeling of there's too much going on in my life. Let me just put myself on the back burner. This is just too much to take right now. I don't feel like doing this. I feel tired. I feel bloated. I feel out of shape. I feel unmotivated. And I'm here with you. And this is why I'm doing this series, is because I want to show you that I'm just like you. I had amazing results, and people might look at my pictures and think that, oh, I could never do that because she must be super motivated and she must be, Superwoman. I'm not. I'm not. And I have eaten probably 6 rice cakes covered in peanut butter and jelly every day for the past week. And I mow down on them until I'm in pain. And it's a psychological, it's a physiological, hormonal thing. And I'm just allowing myself just a little bit of room to fuck up. But I'm hoping I just don't take it too far. And, I want to bring it back. Am I going to get as ripped as I was, a couple weeks ago? No, because that's not my goal. My goal is to feel strong, to really have a lot of functional strength and movement. I want to be able to do a pull-up, which I'm working on. So anyway, again, I say all this to say that I want to share this with you because the whole point of this series is to show the struggles, show the work, show, just what goes on when you set yourself up for a goal like this. And that it's not all pretty and it's not all, your highlight reel. I'm not going to show you just the highlight reel. I'm going to show you the real, right? What's really going on. My weight is up about 10 pounds from the end of the competition. My measurements are up a bit. Like I said, I'm feeling kind of fluffy. It's not all, that pretty, and it's not like I feel tremendous either. So when you put your body through a big stress like that, you have to give it time to get back. So anyway, this is my journey to becoming Superwoman, right? In my mind, what is Superwoman? Who is Superwoman? She's a woman that can take it all on and be everything and look damn good doing it. And that's what I'm working towards, but I'm definitely not there. I'm learning every day, what works, what doesn't work. Also my vision of Superwoman is a woman that can, have a house that's put together, be there for her kids' activities, do a good job at her career, or at her job, at her, whatever she does for a living. Even, if it's a stay-at-home mom, that's a job too. So I'm working on all of those things. I'm in my 5th or so year as a teacher, and I'm still figuring it out. But I'm trying, and I'm trying different things, and I'm trying to, put some work into that. But it's hard because I want to put work into becoming Superwoman, as far as like working out and prepping meals, and I want to spend time with my kids. So, sometimes my actual job as a teacher gets put on the back burner. So again, I'm trying to make everything fall into place, but still be a human being, still, have my stress level in check, still have time to read a book. One of the things I don't know if I mentioned before was, so along with trying to get some pull-ups in, and those are strict pull-ups, so, not just from a hanging position. Also work on my handstand, which I have not done yet this week, which is good that I'm saying it because now I'll go do it. but it's also to, where was I going with that? Just to, to be more organized, to be more centered. Oh, that's where I was going. I found it. It was in there somewhere. I'm trying to start and end every day with gratitude. So when my alarm goes off, I lay there for a couple minutes and my mind automatically switches on. So I go into gratitude and I say, things I'm grateful for. And I try to end my night by doing the same. Trying to get at least 30 minutes of reading in. That's kind of hard because I sometimes fall asleep because I'm reading at night. So these are just things that through this challenge I'm trying to incorporate. So pull-ups, handstands, those are my physical goals. And obviously I'm training around that, so everything else is getting stronger. Gratitude morning and night. And I need to go to bed. What was the other thing? Gratitude morning and night. Oh, I wanted to start doing some mantra meditation, and I have not been that good about that as well. So that's another thing that I would like to do is just, I did it a couple days. Find a word, and it could be the same word every day or a different word every day. That's just what I'm doing. But a word that seems very appropriate for that particular day. So one day I was feeling very scattered, just out. So I had the word focus. So as I was, my eyes closed, just focusing in on my breathing, I was saying the word, to myself, focus. And I was feeling and I was seeing, in my mind's eye, like a bunch of rays coming down into one and focusing back in on itself. So it can be anything. It just be the sound. If you're into the yoga thing and you want to just do the sound of Om, which is just the sound of the universe. So any of these things work. You can try to incorporate them. It doesn't have to be the things that I'm doing, but whatever to you means Superwoman, right? Or whatever your ideal is. You could call it Wonder Woman. You could call it Xena, Warrior Princess, whatever it is. But I'm going to focus on the whole picture, right? I spent those 12 weeks focusing on a lot of aesthetics. I let a lot of things fall by the wayside. Obviously, my health a little bit because my period went by the wayside. So I sacrificed that in order to have this ideal. And I got there, and that was great and all. But now it's time to really focus on what I think is important. So find out what's important to you. Put a name to it. It doesn't have, you could just call it Gloria. I don't care. Gloria. Anyway, it's late. But that's my challenge to you. So hopefully this will all tie in. I don't know how I'm going to edit these videos together. I apologize. It's going to look like crap because I don't know what I'm doing. But we all have to start somewhere. So on with more clips. Here's some very disappointing pull-ups. Still working on it. But, it is what it is. So I'm trying to jump up and do a couple at the top range of motion and come down into a deficit, do a couple chin-ups, which involve more of the biceps, which are a little easier. So it is Saturday, almost the end of my first week of becoming Superwoman. And I just wanted to give you a little recap and a little pep talk if you feel like you're in the same place that I find myself this week, which is a lack of motivation, falling off track, not following my plan, tired, a little defeated. And my words of advice are this: reignite your passion for whatever your goal is. What I did today was I decided I'm going to follow Jim Stepani's Shortcut to Size. It's a 12-week program, so it's going to fall right in line with what I wanted to do anyway, and I'll start that tomorrow. So I'll be off by 1 week, basically. But I just find that having that structure, and it's so weird. It's almost like him telling me what to do will stick better than me telling myself what to do. Even though I know what to do. But if I follow this plan, I feel just a little more, I don't know. I like the regiment of it. So I just want to share this because I feel like a lot of people get into this funk. Like my clothes are getting tight and my belly's getting thicker because I just came off of this, serious cut, and now I'm, reverting back, but I'm not reverting all the way back. I want to build size. I want to build strength. I want to do a pull-up. I want to do a handstand. All these things and I want to be super healthy. And I wasn't those things prior to this. I was getting too lean. People were even saying that, and not, again, I don't hold people's opinion, for gospel, but in the same respect, I saw it. Like, my arms were way too lean, before my legs got lean. So it was a goal I was shooting for. I reached that goal. But now I have to be realistic. I'm not going to stay that lean. It's A, not fun, B, not healthy. And what my ultimate goal is to be the healthiest, strongest version of myself so that I'm increasing my longevity, not just, making myself into this aesthetic, goddess. So I invite you to find a plan, find something that you, that resonates with you, and make it stick. Like, I made my Excel spreadsheet with all my workouts for this week, and I'm super pumped. And I'm here at the grocery store about ready to go in and get all my meals for this week and all the stuff that I'll need. I've upped my calories significantly. I'm following what the program says, which has me at almost 3,000 calories a day, which is a little bit scary to be up that high. But the past couple weeks, I've definitely probably been close to that with all my snacking. So this time it's just a little more controlled. And we'll see, we'll see after a week, we'll see after 2 weeks, how my performance is in the gym, how my weight is on the scale, and we'll go from there. I am going to wind up having surgery, not this coming week, but the week after. So I'll basically be off for a week. So that'll push me, basically 2 weeks into January of finishing the shortcut to size. And then I figured if I really enjoyed the program, he has a shortcut to shred as well. And I really like him because he is science-based. He's got some cool tattoos. And again, it just keeps me motivated. I need that. I need something more than just me saying, we're going to do this. So anyway, that's the update as of right now. I have not been great on my mantra meditation or my handstand work. I have been messing around with pull-ups, and I just wrote down a bunch of training tips to get my pull-ups going. So I'm going to try those throughout the week as well, and I will document those. My pull-up bar at home is not up yet. I hope to get that done tonight, and then maybe I can show you some of those things tomorrow for the end of this week. So anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to up my calories. I'm going to eat like a horse. I'm going to train like a beast. And I'm going to get these pull-ups in and these handstands in. And I'm going to be Superwoman by the end. That sounds good to me.